Welcome back students to our online platform, that is our school's YouTube channel. So again we are ready with today's video. This video is for class 9th and the subject is science, and we are continuing with the first chapter of physics, that is overall the chapter number 8, and the name of the chapter is motion. So yesterday we were discussing the in-text questions. We have discussed the questions given on the page number 100, as well as we have discussed some of the questions given on the page number 102. On page number 102, one more question is there, that is question number 5, which is given on page number 102, and that question is, one spaceship is sending the signals from the space to the ground, and the signal takes the time, that is 5 minutes. Time taken by signal, that is 5 minutes, and the speed of the signal that is also given, that speed is equals to 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. That is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, and that is the speed of light, and we are supposed to find the distance between the ground and the spaceship. So distance will be equals to speed into time, because we know time is equals to distance upon speed. So from that formula only we can find out distance is equals to speed into time. So here we are supposed to multiply the speed. What is speed? 3 into 10 raised to power 8 into time. So the speed is given in meter per second, but the time is given in minutes. So we will convert that minutes into second by multiplying by 60, and that will come 300 seconds. So we will multiply by 300. So we will do 3 into 10 raised to power 8 into 3 into 100, and that can be 3 into 10 raised to power 8 into 3. 100 can be written as 10 raised to power 2. As you have already read in your maths syllabus, that if the exponent terms are there with the same base, then we are supposed to add the powers. So first of all, 3 into 3, that is 9, and the base is 10, and the powers are different. Powers we are supposed to be add. So 8 plus 2, that will be 10, and the distance will be in the meters only. We should be careful regarding the SI units. We are supposed to write the SI unit. If we are not writing the SI units, then we will not get the full marks. So these are the questions given on the page number 102. Now we will discuss some more questions which are given within the chapter. And that is on page number 103. Now we will discuss the questions given on page number 103. The question number 1 is there. In question number 1, we are supposed to tell when we can say that the object is under uniform acceleration, on when we can say that the object is under non-uniform acceleration. So first part, that is when the object is moving with uniform acceleration. If the rate of change of velocity is means either it is increasing or decreasing. If that rate is same, then we can say the object is under uniform acceleration. At the same time, the direction should also be same, means the object should move in a straight line, because if the direction is changing, so there will be means velocity will also change. So for the uniform acceleratory motion, the object should move in the straight path, and the rate of decrease or rate of increase of velocity should be constant. At the same time, for the non-uniform motion, if the rate of change of velocity is not constant, then we can say the object is under non-uniform acceleratory motion. So this is the answer of first question, first part, and second part as well. So for the question number 2 is a numerical in which it is given that a bus is decreasing its speed from 80 km per hour. Means initially, means u, the speed was 80 km per hour, and it decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour. Means the final velocity becomes 60 km per hour, and within the time duration, what is the time taken in that is 5 seconds. We are supposed to find the acceleration. So acceleration will be v minus u upon t, rate of change of velocity. So here time is given in the seconds and the speeds are given in kilometer per hour. So first of all, we are supposed to change the speed into meter per second. To change into meter per second, we are supposed to multiply by 5 by 18. Why we are multiplying that by 5 by 18, I will tell you right now only. So when we solve these calculations, we will find the speeds are 22.22 meter per second, and 60 multiplied by 5 by 18, we will get 16.66 meter per second. So first of all, we should know why we are multiplying by 5 by 18. So if 80 km per hour is there, means so 80 km upon 1 hour. So we are supposed to change into meters. So 80 into मीटर्स में करने के लिए हम 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, और आवर्स को सेकंड्स में बदलने के लिए हम 60 इंटू 60 इसे हम मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. देन वी कैन कैंसिल आउट द 2 zeros, then we can cancel out 10 and 6 by 2, 2 5 the 10 and 2 3 the 6, so it get 80 into 5 upon 18. So if we are supposed to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, then we are supposed to multiply by 5 by 18, and if we are supposed to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour, then we are supposed to multiply that number by 18 by 5. So this is the fact from where that 5 upon 18 came. So now we should again concentrate on the numerical only. Here u and v are now being converted into meter per second, and the time is in seconds. So v is 16.66 and u is 22.22, and we are supposed to divide by 5. 5 is already in seconds, so we will get minus, because that term is greater, so the minus sign will be there. 5.56 divided by 5, and now you can divide that. After dividing that, you will get the answer, that is 1.112 minus 1.112, and the units, SI units of acceleration are meter per second square. These units are very important. We are supposed to mention the units, otherwise we will not get the full marks. So now the value of acceleration is minus 1.112 meter per second square, and if the question would have been like that find the retardation, if we are supposed to find the retardation will be not minus, because negative acceleration already, that is called as retardation. So what is the retardation? That is 1.112 meter per second square. So that was the question number 2 from this page, and now we will proceed the question number 3. question number 3. In question number 3, a train starts from a railway station and moving with a uniform acceleration attains the speed 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. We have to find the acceleration. Means first line we are supposed to read carefully. A train starts from the railway station, means it is starting from 0. So initial speed is 0 and it attains the speed, that is, how much is the speed? 40 km per hour. So 40 km per hour, 40 km per hour, we are supposed to convert that into meter per second. So to convert in the meter per second, we are supposed to multiply by 5 upon 18, and after multiplying by 5 upon 18, we will get the value, that is 11.11 meter per second, and the time taken for that attaining that velocity is 10 minutes. So these minutes we are supposed to convert into seconds. For that we are supposed to multiply by 60. So these become 600 seconds. Now we are supposed to find the acceleration. Acceleration is v minus u upon t. Here v is 11.11 minus 0 upon 600, that will be 11.11 upon 600, and the value of acceleration, when you divide this by 6, you will get 0.0185 meter per second square. So this is the answer. Now here, if the speed is increasing, so because that train starts from rest, means if the speed is increasing, then the value of acceleration will be positive, and in the previous question, when the speed was decreasing, in that case the acceleration was negative. So we can say when the speed is decreasing, there will be retardation, and when the speed is increasing, there will be acceleration. So like this you are supposed to proceed the questions given within the chapter. So today we have discussed some of the questions. So you are supposed to again revise those questions, means you are supposed to attempt by yourself only. If you are facing any problem, then you can watch the videos again, and still if you are having any doubt, then you can either message us or you can call us. We will try to rectify your doubts so that you can easily proceed the questions given in your textbook. Thank you very much.